Hi, Sam. I'm Michael Kowalik Somerville, one of your recent targets on social media. On September 11th, I shared 5 posts, including this photo of an Oscar Wilde quote spelled out in colorful magnets on the upper door of a refrigerator freezer. Doing a Google search, it's easy to see that this exact image can be found all over the internet and social media, and yet for some reason, you decided to credit me with its creation. I have no idea how you came across my post since I'd never heard of you until just recently. I don't know if you search through public feeds or if you've asked others to send you content that they think you might like to use as rage bait online. If you did happen to be the one scrolling through my Facebook feed, you likely saw the first post I shared on September 11th was of a sunrise at 6:46 a.m. I added September 11th and sunrise hashtags to accompany it. At 7:15, I posted the Oscar Wilde quote and didn't add any additional context to it, not a comment or a link, a hashtag, or any other narrative. At 8:29 a.m., I shared a meme referencing my being a member of Generation X. It features a picture of Weebles. It was a toy from the 70s and 80s, and their advertising catchphrase, "Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down." I added the statement, "Yet I totally fall down," which I'll admit wasn't the best play on words, but hey, it was a heavy kind of morning. A little before noon, I posted an update about my daughter's campus being on lockdown. And finally, at 12:26 p.m., I reposted a sentiment I found on a friend's page regarding human kindness and respect. If you had scrolled down to the post that I had shared a day earlier on September 10th, you probably would have noticed the screenshot of a Newsweek article. It attributed a response from Charlie Kirk regarding a question posed to him about gun control that he had been asked sometime prior to his assassination. Nowhere in my caption on that post did I suggest that anyone deserved to be killed. In fact, the comment I posted below it simply states, "It's horrible." Let's look at your post, Sam. Here's your image. I'm assuming that that's really you, as we've never met. There's your username, and here's the text that you wrote to accompany the image from my page. Michael Kowalik Somerville, an elementary school librarian at Fort Leavenworth, Bradley Elementary, felt strongly enough about recent events to arrange magnets on a whiteboard to send a personal message. Google search results easily debunk me being the creator of the quote and image, and the magnets are obviously arranged upon the door of a refrigerator freezer and not a whiteboard. You added some partially true information, my name, my community, and my incredible district, and then the phrase I just quoted. Then you published your post on social media. Responses to it clearly indicate that folks interpreted your inclusion of my name, my employer, and my work location as helpful information to be used to try to affect my employment by targeting me, my administrators and Board of Education, my colleagues, my students, and my community. You see, Sam, I'm the wife of a retired United States Army Military Police Sergeant Major. His 28 years of service to this nation have been the foundation of our lives and the lives of our children. I not only live among, support, encourage, celebrate, and yes, grieve and mourn with our military family, but I've also taught their children for close to 3 decades. My responsibility to the military child is felt to my core, in part because my own children were military brats. Why did I share that particular quote? Was it a personal homage to a literary giant? Could it be some sly hint that I might be hoping that a man in my life, a relative, colleague, a grumpy neighbor, or some jerk from high school stalking me 40 years later might kick the bucket soon? Over my morning coffee, was I thinking about the abusive partner of a friend, posting Oscar Wilde's words for her sake in solidarity? The truth is one of those 3, and you're welcome to assume whichever one you like best. My mistake, Sam, was allowing the weight of that morning, after what had happened the day before, to affect my posting. I didn't tag my friend. or add some sort of domestic abuse hashtag to the post, and my mind certainly wasn't concerned about strangers like you or your audience hunting people to target. What kind of woman posts an Oscar Wilde quote between the picture of a sunrise and a meme about weebles on September 11th? You're obviously the type of person who isn't terribly hung up on earning credibility and influence through honest means. And I get that your readers think it's okay for you to rage bait them so that they can virtue signal to one another how they're gonna get the enemy. Only that's not what I am. You just decided to paint me as one. In closing, Sam, my response to you isn't an attempt to win over you or any of your followers. I also don't expect a sincere, heartfelt apology from any of you. I just know that as an educator and a military spouse, it's important to let bullies know that they're going to be called out for their behavior. This response is posted on several social media sites, so that if you or any of your audience decide to continue to spread falsehoods by altering the video or audio in any way, a simple online search will make it easy to find the original and authentic source.